Alright folks, buckle up your brain buckets, because we're diving headfirst into the chaotic, colorful, and kinda sad world of Arcane. This is the story of two sisters, two cities, and a whole lot of things that go kaboom. Imagine two cities smushed together like a weird sandwich. On top, you've got Piltover, the city of progress. It's all shiny, golden, and full of smarty pants inventors who probably iron their socks. Down below, in the stinky, steamy underbelly, is gritty, green, and home to rebels, rogues, and people who think safety regulations is a suggestion. For a long time, these two cities had a grumpy truce, like two siblings forced to share a room. But then, bam! Piltover invents Hextech. Think of it like magic in a box. Suddenly, anyone can wield incredible power. And this, my friends, is where our story really kicks off. At the heart of all this mess are two sisters, Vi, the tough Asnell's older sister with pink hair and fists of fury, and Powder, the sweet brainy little sister who just wants to help but is, well, a bit of a walking disaster magnet. Let's rewind to when they were just little troublemakers in Zon. They were raised by a big dude named Vander, who was basically the dad of the entire underground. Vi was the cool leader of their little gang, always ready for a fight. Powder, on the other hand, was super smart with gadgets, but also super insecure. She just wanted to be as cool as her big sis. One day, Vi and the gang decide to pull a little heist up in Fancy Pants Piltover. They sneak into an inventor's apartment, and whoopsie-daisy Powder finds some shiny blue rocks. She pockets them, thinking they're just pretty pebbles. Spoiler alert, they were not just pretty pebbles. Back in Zon, one of the rocks explodes, and suddenly, all of Piltover knows someone was snooping around. This little oopsie sets off a massive chain reaction of bad things. The big bad of Zon, a creepy guy named Silco, sees this as his chance to take over. He kidnaps Vander to settle an old score. Vi, being the hero she is, rallies the crew to go rescue him. Powder, desperate to prove she's not useless, grabs her homemade monkey bombs, cute little toys packed with a whole lot of boom. The rescue mission is a total disaster. Just when it looks like they're done for, Powder rolls her bomb into the fray. She thinks she's saving the day, but, boom. The bomb goes off in the worst possible way, taking out their friends and fatally wounding Vander. In her grief and rage, Vi screams at Powder, calling her a jinx. Then, in the confusion, Vi gets arrested by a Piltover enforcer and hauled off to prison. Poor Powder is left all alone, heartbroken, crying in the rain. She thinks her sister has abandoned her. And who should find her? None other than Silco. He sees her pain, her guilt, and her destructive talent, and thinks, I can work with this. He takes her under his wing, feeds her paranoia, and starts molding her into someone new, someone chaotic, someone named Jinx. Meanwhile, up in Piltover, two brainiacs named Jace and Victor are tinkering with those same magic blue rocks. They crack the code and create Hextech, a stable, controllable source of magical power. Piltover goes from a rich city to a super-duper mega-rich global superpower overnight. The gap between the top city and the undercity grows wider and wider. Years pass. Vi finally gets out of prison, thanks to a determined enforcer named Caitlin. Her first mission: find her little sister. But the Powder she knew is gone. In her place is Jinx, a wild-eyed blue-haired agent of chaos who works for Silco and loves nothing more than blowing things up. Their reunion is awkward. VA tries to reach the scared little girl still inside Jinx, but Jinx is a whirlwind of trauma, loyalty to Silco, and a whole lot of voices in her head. She is torn between the sister she once loved and the only father figure she has known for years. This all comes to a head at a twisted tea party. Jinx has captured Vi, Caitlin, and Silco, trying to force a choice. She wants her sister back, but she doesn't want to lose Silco. In a moment of panic, Jinx accidentally shoots and kills Silco. As he dies, he tells her she is perfect just the way she is. And in that moment, something in her breaks for good. Powder is gone. Jinx sits in the chair labeled Jinx, fully embracing her new identity. And for her grand finale, she gets her hands on a Hextech gemstone. Powers up a giant shark-shaped rocket launcher she calls Fishbones, aims it right at the Piltover Council chamber, and fires. The rocket soars through the sky just as the council is voting for peace with Zon. The screen cuts to black as the rocket smashes into the window. End of Season 1. What a cliffhanger! So, what happens next? Welcome to Season 2, the season of consequences. Jinx's little rocket party completely obliterates Piltover's leadership. The city is in chaos, and that fragile peace treaty, yeah, it's now confetti. The two cities are officially on a collision course for all-out war, and Jinx, oh, our girl is not doing well. Without Silco to ground her, she's spiraling faster than a dizzy squirrel. She's haunted by guilt, seeing ghosts of the people she's hurt. Her hallucinations are getting worse, and she's more unpredictable than ever. She's a one-woman wrecking crew with no one left to hold her leash. Vi, bless her heart, is stuck in the middle. She's desperate to stop the coming war, but she's even more desperate to save her sister. She keeps trying to reach Powder, but Jinx just laughs in her face, screaming that Powder is dead. It's a heartbreaking tug-of-war where everyone gets hurt. Remember Victor, the other Hextech inventor. His story gets super tragic. He's been trying to use Hextech to cure his terminal illness, but his experiments start going horribly wrong. He pushes the boundaries of science and humanity, leading to some truly devastating outcomes. It's a classic tale of the road to hell is paved with good inventions. The war between Piltover and Zon explodes. Hextech isn't just for toasters and fancy lights anymore. It's a weapon of mass destruction. Piltover's pristine streets become a war zone, while Zon rises up, fighting for the independence they've always dreamed of. The conflict forces everyone to pick a side, and there are no easy answers. And it all leads to the final, soul-crushing confrontations. VA is forced to face a terrible truth. The little sister she fought so hard to protect might truly be gone forever. She has to decide whether to keep fighting for a ghost or to fight for the future of her city. Jinx, on the other hand, makes her choice. She sheds the last remnants of Powder and fully becomes Jinx, a symbol of pure, unadulterated chaos. Choose. Not fighting for Silco or for Zon anymore. She's fighting because that's who she is. She is the loose cannon, the bomb that's already been lit. The series ends with the futures of both cities and both sisters forever changed. Piltover and Zon are scarred by war. Vi is left to pick up the pieces, and Jinx is out there, a force of nature let loose upon the world. It's a story about how good intentions can go wrong, how trauma can shape us, and how some cracks are just too deep to ever be repaired. And that, in a giant explosive nutshell, is the epic saga of Jinx. Phew, Ori. I need a nap. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more cartoon chaos. Bye!